Good morning, footprinters. How are you? Chrissy here and Cameo are here to have a chat, do some readings. The Chrissy and Cameo show. um, yep. Hope everyone's having a nice start to the weekend in the US and of course in Australia and everything. Well, of course, we all know what the biggest story has been this week. And if you will remember, I did do a story on that. And you'll find it members only video there for you to see. Hi, Steve. How are you? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. It's very hot last couple of days. It has technically become, I suppose you'd call it autumn. We just call it cooler weather, technically. But it's still very hot. Yesterday was like 40. Today's going to get up to 39. So, yeah, the cooler weather's supposed to start sometime in March, but it's never really at the start of March. So it can even get very hot up into April. But, yeah. So, yeah. Somebody just wants attention, don't you? Hey? You just want attention. Yeah, so if you've got any questions, of course, I'm going to just take a couple of minutes and just say, guides of the highest truth and compassion and universe spirit, ask for your help and guidance in living a life of high vibration. Ask for knowledge, the Akashic records and all higher forms of knowledge, ages without agenda, rancor, or ill will, but merely to find clarity, insight and objectivity into the questions I might pose. Hi, Constance Campbell. You're in DC having a battle of the air masses. What that all about, Steve? Mm-hmm. I've got a very Byron-esque fringe today, I suppose you can call it that. Yeah. No, I'm gonna lose them. Okay, you want some nummies? Want some nummies? You go. There's some nummies. Yeah, hot air. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just a bit, yeah. Only 50s with fog. Oh, okay, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because in your area it's supposed to be warming up, isn't it, up there? Or starting to warm up with spring having sprung. Oh, I'm just going to check a date. Okay. March 6th. So it's the 7th. So, morning gibbous. So I thought there was a full moon hanging around. There was a full moon last week. Don't you go yakking up on Mummy's desk. April the 1st is a pink moon. I'm going to have to write that down. It'll be interesting to see. First week in April. Yeah, so it's a pink moon. It's the next full moon, and that's on the 1st of April. April Fools, yeah. Oh, geez. I just don't even know where to start. Of course, there's stuff happening all over the place. Apparently, from what I understand, China might have been sending some ships. I'm not sure. A virus with no cure is hitting the US. Let's have a look. Oh, yes, Kristi Noem got fired, apparently. So, mild illness clears up in a few days. No vaccine treatment. HMPV. Yeah, so there's a mild virus going around. Well, there's always mild viruses going around, isn't there? So, but Kristi Noem. Apparently she got the sack. Hmm. I read somewhere, I got a news alert. Yeah. So, Kristi Noem has been fired. That's very interesting. Cameo. Oh, she's a naughty person. Hi. Yes, gas prices have made a jump here too, but we still have some cheap places. Just to be sure, over the last weekend and earlier this week, we filled the car up, and then topped it up again. So, yeah. Want some more? Somebody has a nummy addiction. Little parcels. These. Which I enable. So, what do we look at? Yes, our gas prices went up. Petrol prices went up. Over east, I think it's a lot worse, but they're predicting it'll go to $3 a litre. So will petrol prices go up over $3 a litre? This is not looking good. This is complete shutdown. That could be a really bad time for gas. I think people with electric cars and hybrid cars will be thanking their lucky stars, I guess. Four of Swords. That could be beating a retreat, but resting. Yeah, no, more trouble coming. But it's not going to get as bad as people think, as bad as people fear. So they might get $3 a litre. That's around $12 a gallon. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yes, something like that. Mm. So that's here in Australia. I think there'll be a pause. I don't think it's going to get as bad as people fear. Um, I'm not going to ask how long this conflict is going to last, because it could last days, it could last months, it could last years. It's no good asking those questions, because it's you know, it's going to last how long the politicians want it to last. That's me being very cynical, but that's what I feel. But I do feel like that the Straits of Hormuz might be opened up again, which is why it's not going to get as bad as people fear. Prices are still going to go up, but it's not going to get as bad as people fear. I do think that maybe US and Israel might retain, what do they call it? Regain control of the Strait of Hormuz. Yeah. So what else will we look at? Kristi Noem. What's in the future for Kristi Noem? Let's have a look here. She's been sacked. It appears that Trump was keeping the whole department in the dark about their plan. It's not very good. Hi, Shelby, Lisa. Just hang on a minute. Yeah. So let's have a look at Kristi Noem. What's Kristi Noem's future like? She's been sacked. I don't think she really did much good. As her being sacked going to bring about changes in the DHS? Oh, I think it's pretty self-evident. There's going to be price gouging. I think it could get up to $5 a gallon for you guys, I feel. So how bad will the price gouging get? Will it get to $5 a gallon? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you want me to see if Patel is next? So Trump's fired Kristi Noem. Why? I mean, she was doing exactly what he wanted, but is Kash Patel next on the chopping block? Well, we've got 6 of Cups reversed, Page of Cups, emotional news. So this is past action coming back to haunt. emotional news. The outcome for Cash Patel. Yeah, definitely imbalance. No harmony. A big upset here for him. Absolute dilution of power and people celebrating. So, yeah, he could be next. But why? Why is Trump getting rid of these people? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it's going to get to 5. Yeah, just depending on where you are, depending on what the local reserves are, things like that. But will it go beyond 5? Possibly, I think it will. It depends on what happens in the Strait. Now, if they get the Strait of Hormuz back, that doesn't mean things are going to end over there. Connolly deck. Let's have a look at what the situation will be like over there in the next week. He's already cut off trade with Spain because they said, no, you can't use our bases. He's pissed off at England because they're like, well, no, we don't support what you did. Australia, they support the people of Iran and support regime change, but honestly, our government's being a little bit wishy-washy. Wish they would take a stronger stand. I do think we're going to end up. Is Australia going to end up sending support troops? This is the stable king. You end up sending support troops. Yes, probably. We end up sending combat troops. Yeah, that's no, that would be a step too far. But we might end up sending some support troops, which is, still not good. Hi, Jake Cat Lady. Cameo, will you stop? Pat on your bum. I'm not hitting her hard or anything, but I am patting her bum. Oh, God, look at this. Look. Come on, Bub. Come on, Bub. I'm talking to Cameo here. She's being a bit naughty. You don't want Mummy to shut you out? You don't want Mummy to shut you out? And you'll be going, man, because you're not happy. Hey? Oh, wow. We already know that the Republicans have blocked efforts to limit Trump's powers for this situation. And they're going to regret that. I completely forgot what I just asked. This was the card, but what did I just ask? Now, government majority. Now, the Republicans, are they still going to continue to block efforts to reining Trump? Yeah, big time. Now, the Texas primary, the I cannot remember her name. The one whose district was gerrymandered. She was running, but she got defeated by another Democrat in the primary. Will the man who beat, what was her name? Crockett, Jasmine Crockett. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett got defeated in the Texas primary. Will the Democrat who beat her win the seat? Let's have a look. Interesting card to get. This could be a negative card. This could be a positive card. This is, I feel like the first thought that entered my mind was people deserve better. But that could mean either this guy's not good enough or he's the better they deserve than the representation. Got the 10 of Cups, so yes, I do feel like he will win that seat. Yes, he beat Jasmine Crockett, but yeah, people are looking. They know they deserve better, and they're working to get better. So yes, I do think he will win. I feel like there's going to be a lot of regret over this gerrymandering, because instead of getting rid of one Democrat, they're going to be bringing in two. The new seat that was created go to a Democrat as well. Page of Swords. Maybe Inside Man. Validation. So possibly yes, but it's a bit unclear about that one. Paxton and Cornyn. Yes, I will. Right. Let's have a look. Now, they Republican runoff. Now, it's between them. Paxton's not got a good rep. Paxton win or Corn? Paxton? What card does he get? He gets the Dirty Tricks card. He'll do anything to win. Cornyn. He gets ships coming in. So I think Cornyn might win this. I think it might be a case of better the devil you know. Not quite sure about that. Daddy's coming. Daddy's coming. Yes, he is. Yes. I do unfortunately think that that is true. I do think that she's going to have. What does the future hold for Jasmine Crockett? Let's have a look at her. You know, I'm getting a bit tired of looking at all these reports, and so let's have a look at what the future holds for Jasmine Crockett. Okay. Here she is. She's got a lot of knowledge to share. What's in her challenge position? As it always is with a lot of women, it's her voice being heard in this instance. She's standing up for what she believes in, but her voice being heard, it's being drowned out by others. So continuing to show that her voice is being heard, to show that she has a voice and she can use it, and given the opportunity to do so. The advice for her is be charitable. Be charitable. I wonder what that's about. What's at the base of this? I do feel like she's got something else ahead of her. Like things are. Well, she's got the tower at the base of this. That's not surprising given her bid to win the primary just fell over. So that's not surprising. But you know what? Can be an epiphany as well. So, yeah. Yes, Bub. You won't be on screen. Yeah, it, it, you won't be seen. The doorway and stuff is not on screen.
So we could put floppy cabbage in. And
Don't worry about the chocolate sprinkles.
but I'm barrack.
It's not bad.
Go to
Say hello.
hi, FootPrinters. Wherever you are, I'm just going well for you.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
She is too good to ignore, yes, but still going to be a bit of a struggle for her. Now, but there's a little bit of a epiphany around her, a little bit of a collapse around her. But it's the sort of thing that leads to big change. Now, sometimes the foundations that people have been depending on need to be shaken up, need to be from. So what's the outcome for her? Celebration, minor celebration. So this is not too bad, this tower. It's like it's going to just cause a bit of a clear out. Minor celebration, party, a celebration. Why? This is straight out the apprenticeship card this time. Yeah, I do think she's being eyed for something else. Learning curve, things to do, things to learn. I think Newsom's approached her. New energy, a new build-up of energy and creativeness. I do think Gavin Newsom's approached her. And access to the solid, reliable leader. Yeah, I definitely think she's going to be in the cabinet. Somebody asked if will she take Pam Bondi's job? Will she become the Attorney General? Oh, wow. Look at that. The sun. So, yeah, white might seem a little bit bleak for her at the moment. She's not. She's a very smart woman, and I do think she's got a very bright future ahead of her. Sometimes you don't get where you're aiming to go because the future is somewhere else. Well, again, look, we'd be stuck with the same. Yeah, she might get in as will she become the vice president? I asked about the Attorney General's job. So I think given that came out with the Sun, I'm not sure about her becoming the vice president. I don't think people would be too. No. They welcome Kamala Harris, but what that fiasco then has led to a distrust, I think, of women in the role. So I don't think there's going to be a female vice president again for a while. There will be again, and there will be a female president, but it's still quite a ways off. So no, people aren't ready to repeat that. You know, the devil materialism can be about repetition. So repeating bad habits, and people are thinking, no, that would be a bad thing to do. So, but I do think she'll be Attorney General. So I did a quick read on Cash Patel, didn't I? That it looks like. What about Pam Bondi? What's ahead for Pam Bondi? Let's have a look at that. She's under a bit of pressure at the moment, I think. What, baby? Mm-hmm. I don't. Those people choose those. I'm not quite sure what you mean, Shelby Lisa. Is it you don't? Yeah, I don't. Those people, those Democrats anymore. Is it you don't think people choose Democrats anymore, or what? Hang on.
Young Billy probably got 3/4 proven date, whatever date like.
Yeah, get another date load, please. Okay. You got the card? James is just going to do the last little bit of shopping. We did some shopping last night. Yeah, you don't need them. Okay, love you. Ah, okay. I think not necessarily because of they're black. I think it's uh, because they're women. It comes down to, and what happened with Kamala Harris, unfortunately, yeah, um, has diluted that pond even more. Going to be a while. Elizabeth Warren in a cabinet position. Will Elizabeth Warren get a cabinet position? Let's have a look. Big son for her. Knight of Swords. Oh, yeah, she's ready to rattle some cages. She's got a lot to bring to the table. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I think this is something to do with helping people. She could be the health secretary, housing, but she's definitely going to rattle some cages. I think Newsom will probably win, and I do think that he will have quite a lot of women in his cabinet. Yeah. Are they going to put age? I've read on this before, but are they going to put age limits on people in office in the future? I heard 70. Four of Swords. Yeah, this is retirement. So, yes, I'd say that's a yes. Eight of Swords. Yeah. And they're really going to shut down any pathways around it. Mm. So yeah, I get a big yes. I'm thinking maybe 70. If once you hit 70, you have to retire. Um, I feel like what about age limit? You have to be 35 to run for president. Now, will they put an upper age limit of running for the presidency? Yes. I feel like it might be 60. If you're over 60, you won't be able to run. Definitely. Um, But yeah, look for Jasmine Crockett 2029. Look for her in 2029 as Attorney General. Come on, Bub. Stop that. You're being very naughty, aren't you? Somebody's very needy today. I don't think they'll put an age limit on votes. That's just not fair. What? Somebody's very needy today. Yeah. Yeah, but I think it was set at a time where people got a lot of life experience in at an early age back when that age limit was set. Whereas nowadays, yeah, people are they're used to things being handed to them and not having that heavy responsibility put on them as at an earlier age, I guess. So they may change the age limit to 40. No, it's not going to happen. I think it'll remain at 35, but they may be like you have to have had a certain amount of years in public service or yeah. Mm. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what age some of these people were when they died, some of the presidents. I mean, some of them at the 19th century, they were older and older when they passed and stuff, but and they were older too because they were men of affluence or influence and stuff, and they had access to things ordinary people wouldn't. Mm. So I was going to have a look at Christy Noam's future, wasn't I? We'll just draw 3 cards on her. Yeah, well, she's definitely been cleared away, but this is also prosecution card, so there could be some prosecution in her future. Let's have a look. She needs to know about it. Oh, yeah. She's got the 9 of Cups, but with the King of Swords, with the prosecutor. I think so. Yeah, at the Senate, the prosecutor. In the challenge, the 9 of Cups, getting her way, getting what she wants. The advice for her is sit back and do a summation, because all the work you did, all the stuff you did, you're going to be called forth to answer for it. That's a card of consequences and some. At the base of this hermit, of course, passing along the torch to somebody else. She's lost her job. The hermit can also be seen as a traitor, so perhaps that could be what she's being prosecuted about. What is her outcome? Queen of Wands. Interesting. Queen of Wands can be, she's not a judge, that's the Queen of Swords, but she's fiery. She fights for herself. There's no reversals in this deck, but I feel like she's going to be finding all sorts of creative ways to defend herself. There's going to be an offer for her that might get her out of the poo. Big step back. Things coming up from her past. And the ultimate outcome for her. Chaos. She's going to have a very, very, very interesting few years. Is she going to go to jail? Let's draw a card on that. Oh, the Justice card came up. So she could possibly see jail time at the end of it. But she will be punished in some way. That's Christy Noam. Yeah. I don't feel sorry for her. I think she's in a lot of trouble over money, which has been rumoured for ages, but I do think that that's going to be the basis of it for her. Did I read on Pan Bondi? Well, if she gets a divorce, she gets a divorce. I mean, that's... Yeah. Who's Corey? I don't know who Corey is. Let's go to another deck, eh? Another deck. Long lost love. Okay. She really made a figure out of herself. She took the office, head of Homeland Security, and made it into a joke. And it's going to take a while for that department to recover from that, because she did turn it into a huge joke. So, who else would you like me to read on? Corey, Lewandowski. If they were having an affair, they were having an affair. Really, that's... let's have a look at his future. Hey, Lewandowski, what's in the future for him? Where is he at the moment? He is, oh, he's being a bit of a sneaky guy. He's sneaking around a bit. He is a bit of a sneak. What's in his challenge position? Wow. He really likes to be comfortable. He likes his luxuries. And he's going to find things a bit hard on that front. Maybe his sugar mama's gone. I don't know. So that's in his challenge position. What's the advice for him? This is reversed Eight of Swords. Things are going to slow down big time for you, and maybe even I feel like being shut out of the communication loop. Has he? Well, I'm sure that will come out at the base of the reading for him. Oh boy. This is not good. This is the spy card. He's been a naughty boy, passing on information to people he shouldn't have. What's the outcome? Wow. This is the generational card. Things are winding up for him. Legacy. I feel like he could be, for some reason, Edward Snowden popped into my head here. Could he be put in the same group as Edward Snowden? Have a look, explore that more. Ooh, definitely big changes for him, and they're not good changes. They're not as bad as they could be, but his career is definitely coming to an end. He's been treading on too many toes, manipulating money, juggling things. Wow. I think if he doesn't leave the country, he might end up in jail. Yeah, this is the Empress. But it's reversed. So smothering, lack of oxygen, lack of speed, restrictions, a smothering mother or carer, they restrict you. I feel like he could end up in jail. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. He has been very, very sneaky. And yeah, slow down with what you're telling people. He did it all for money. He did it for money. Snowden did it for a different reason, but this guy, he's done this stuff for money. And yeah, if he doesn't slow down, he's going to be things aren't looking bright for him. Yeah. He's definitely his money. I don't think Snowden did it for money. But, okay. It could compromise a lot of people. Will a lot of people be compromised by him? Will a lot of people be affected when he gets taken down? Will he take... Okay, I think Corey Lewandowski is going to be taken down. Will he take others down with him? Oh, he's got things written down in a book. It's not something he's got in some lockbox somewhere safe. He carries the damn thing around with him. Let's have a look. Will Corey Lewandowski bring other people around down with him? Sacrificial lamb. He's going to be the sacrificial lamb. Oh, yeah, he's going to turn on people. There's a better way. There you go. Oh. He definitely, yeah. People are walking away from him and he's like, well, stuff that. Oh, yeah, definitely. People, I feel like this is fraud when it's this card. So people defrauding others. He's got proof of some people. Don't know who. So the charity card reversed, I feel like it's fraud. Money that should be going elsewhere is going in her own pocket. Again, all the little luxuries, but, you know, this is... People are going to lose that. He is going to take others down with him. Oh, he definitely going to undermine people in power. They're going to be undermined. So, as for when this happens, this is the strength card, it's reversed. This is undermining of strength, undermining of position. It'll be before midterms. An upset balance, definitely. Dilution, disharmony. I think it could all blow up before the midterms. But I do see him going to jail. Could be wrong. Now, did one of the aircraft carriers, I know the Gerald R4 got a bit of a bingle, but I saw something yesterday, was it, about the Abraham Lincoln? What happened with the Abraham Lincoln? Because I said to James last week when we were watching the news that I got a picture flashing in my eye, very brief, for a fraction of a second, and it was an aircraft carrier basically doing this and then sinking under. So I think we would have heard a lot more if that had happened to the Abraham Lincoln. But what happened to it? So let's have a look. USS Abraham Lincoln. Left the battlefield. It was struck. Well, Iranians are saying it was struck. Oh, thank you, Shelby. That's much appreciated. Thank you, darling. Thanks. So, was it struck? Was the Abraham Lincoln struck? I'd say that's a yes, but I think Trump is going to say, "Hi, Ron," that it wasn't. He's going to lie. I mean, we're going to see a lot of extremes coming out in all this. How are you, my darling? Nice to see you. I had a sneezing fit just before. So, yeah. Oh, be lovely. It was fun, wasn't it? And perhaps we can organise a coffee catch up with you online using Jitsi or something. That would be great. I'm sure James would love that. I would love that too. So we'll sort something out, hey? We Ron, would you like to join me for a little bit? And we can do some readings for everyone. Lots of politics today. Yes, yeah. We've had it rising about we on the weekend we filled the car up, and then yesterday we filled it up again. We have some really good I'll send you the link, Ron. We have some really some places that are not too bad keeping prices down. So I think what we'll be doing is keeping an eye on gas prices. Okay, Ron, I've sent you the link. So join when you're ready. And Ron and I are going to just do some readings for people, I think. So, what sort of readings would you like from me today? I can do some oracle cards, or I can do some tarot. It's up to you. Yeah, work lurking. Mm-hmm. Tarot. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see. I've got some great cards here that I haven't used in ages. Um, these cards are by the Wild Tulip, Angela Dicker. Now, she actually here in Perth, and she's got a couple of decks available, and they're great decks. And I have posted her information before. This is the tulip deck, I think. And the wild tulip deck, yeah. And yeah. Got both of her decks in the one thing. Just want to make sure that all of the cards there. Her name is Angela Dicker. She lives here in Perth. I'll just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $30, 40, 2, 3, 10, 50, 51. Okay. Hang on. They've been shut up, so there's no reason for. Oops. Two. I don't know what's going on. These decks have been shut up in this box for ages, but there seems to be some missing. I'm going to have to do a recount. Thank you. Well, that's good to see that. I'm really puzzled. These are great decks, but okay. But there seems to be cards that have gone missing from a box that's been shut up for a while because I haven't used them in a while. That's not very good. I'm going to have to just, I'll do a recount of the other deck. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, there should be 78 in each one, and there's no way they should be missing. I don't know what's going on there. Hey, Ron, how are you, my dear?
How are you?
just got a bit of a mystery here. Is that I've got these 2 decks by a West Australian woman who lives in Perth called Angela Dicker, and they're great decks. And they've been shut up in this tin box for ages, and I went to get them out to use them, and there seems to be cards missing from both decks, definitely from the Tulip deck. And I don't know where they've gone, but I'm just going to do another count here.
1, 2, 3.
10. 2, 3.
Did you see the gas prices go up like crazy?
9.
Oh my God!
Yeah. They're still not too bad here in Western Australia, but over the East Coast they're going a bit crazy. But we've just been topping the car up, the cheapest prices we can.
An hour from where I am, it's $1.65 a liter. You know how much that is? A gallon? A liter.
Yeah, it's just
That's
over.
crazy
I mean,
high.
we paid, I think, $1.55 at the cheapest place we found, which is north of here. But they're predicting that it's going to go up to $3 a litre in some places. I don't see it getting that bad. So,
well, right now that makes it over 7. If you count 4 liters in a gallon, that makes almost close to the $8 mark. $8 a gallon. Hi, Gay Cat Lady. Hi, I'm Steve. How are you? How you guys doing? And Shelby, Lisa. We're finally starting to melt the snow here. Finally.
him. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's cards missing. I don't understand it. It's such a great deck too. Oh, that's disappointing. I don't know what happened to them.
You might have mixed them with other decks.
Well, I've been careful to keep them separate. So, and I know I've really got to sort out my decks. They're all over the place. Oh, I'm really disappointed with that. I don't know what's happened to them. There's no way they should have just disappeared like that. So maybe the box got opened and the card spilled out or something. Oh, but if you're interested, I'm just going to put her email. They're great decks. This is the Tulip deck, and this is the other deck she's done. I can't quite remember. But they're great decks, and I'm just going to put her email information in the comments in a minute. Just www.starcode.com. So I was going to type that in, and her name is Angela Dicker, and she's in Perth. I bought them from a local shop, and okay, so she's in Perth, WA, and she's at www.starcode.com.au. It's important to remember the .au. And, yeah, the wild tulip. There we go. I mean, I'm quite yeah. So that's her. Really disappointed. I don't know what's happened to them. They got going through. I've got so much tidying to do in here, but somebody was cleaning up other parts of the house, and a whole heap of stuff ended up. Oh, this deck, the orange one, is called the Woman in the Moon Tarot, and that's got 80 cards, and the yellow one is the Wild Tulip. tarot. So they're both great decks, and yeah, I haven't used them in ages, and I'm a bit gutted. So, and you can also email her at angela.starcode.com, angela@starcode.com.au. So, yeah, so if you just replace the www. just with Angela at, and then the rest of it. I'm really quite gutted about that. But anyway, we're going to do some reading. So I'm going to just extend the live today for a little bit. Sorry about that.
It's funny. I was in Susan Lynn, and she said something that I said. Like I've been saying for weeks, there's a plan behind the scenes to take 45 out. She mentioned something about something going on. Exactly what to remove him from the office because they're talking about Rice, Condoleezza Rice.
Condoleezza Rice, yeah.
So what's she doing there? You know, there's something. Something going on. You know, so
she'd be a good person to come in and take over.
Well, I mean, that's what I've been saying. There's something back there. Yeah.
It's definitely there, but it needs to gain strength.
Right.
So there's definitely plans there, but they need to gain strength. Anyway, now that I've had my little meltdown of the, oh my God, it's gone. I'm really, that's such a big puzzle. How about we do, I've got the Phantom Wise Tarot. This is one of my newer decks. So how about we do some readings for people, Ron?
Sure.
Okay, who would like a reading? I'm going to extend today till like 20 past. So we'll spend the next half hour. And what we might do is first in, first served. So if I see you put your hand up, I'm going to highlight you and you'll get the, and do you want to you do a reading, then I do a reading? So you do the first person. Okay, so here's Steve. He wants a reading. You want to do a reading for Steve, and then I'll do J Cat Lady. So Steve M.
Okay, Steve, what? Because I read not very long ago, so I'm just wondering. I don't know what he wants though. He just got
general reading, Steve. If you do have a specific question, you can ask it.
Yeah. Because I think
otherwise we'll just do a general.
I think it was last Saturday I read for him something.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Let me know, Steve.
Oh, poor pussycat. Look at this. Look at this 5 of Wands. Poor little thing. I think it's a piñata.
Oh.
I hope it's a piñata.
Okay, he's asking about that's okay, always about manifestation, about money.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is rising, eh? Groceries, gas, the whole thing. It affects everybody.
Oh yeah, we're gonna cop grocery price rises over here because everything's trucked in from over east. Some of it comes on the train, but
that's what I'm talking about.
But otherwise, most things are trucked in.
Okay.
So yeah. Hi, Sherry French. Hi, J Cat Lady. Who else? If I'm just going to go back through the comments and see if there's anyone I missed and haven't said hello to yet.
Yeah, hi, Sherry French. She's got her. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. He says, I recorded a narrative of intents, which I play on loop when I'm asleep.
Oh, that's good.
That's good, by the way. But we'll see what the cards come up with. I got, okay. I got one more. And they usually pull 5 cards for that. So here we go. If you take that off, I'll show them the card. You take it on the screen here.
Sure.
It's hard
There you go.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, Steve. The first card that came out was the strength card. Okay, if I can. You're going to need, all the strength. What are you doing? Well, the dog is just, my Dubai is here behind me.
Hey, Dubai.
You're going to need strength because of what, period you're in and difficulties and everything you're in right now. Okay? You need all your strength, inner strength, I'm talking about. There's a situation I got here is the 8 of Cups. You're walking away from a situation, like, walking away. And the next card I got was the 7 of Wands, which is defending yourself. Okay, defending yourself. Your motives, everything, you'd be defending yourself. I don't know if it's something about whatever situation you're in right now. But you'd be moving in later on into the Knight of Cups, which is calmer waters instead of all kinds of stuff going on. But the stuff that you don't control, it's outside also, that it's affecting everybody else and you also in that situation. Okay, you'll be moving into calmer waters, and then something comes up and clears out. So that's the positive. The sun comes out. It's like everything you get knowledge or information which clears the whole situation, whatever you're in. So I hope all these cards resonate with you, but that's what I have.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Ron. I'm going to do J Cat Lady next. And
sometimes it's not easy to go through some stuff, it just really
it
sucks.
can take a lot of patience, a lot of strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when it's been a long-lasting thing. And so J Cat Lady.
Yeah. Hey, you hi.
I've got 4 cards for you, J Cat Lady. So
there you go.
hey, Dubai. Hey, sweetheart. Okay, so we're doing J Cat Lady.
I think you gain about 10 pounds with me.
So the King of Swords, this is definitely crossing every T, dotting every I. I often see this as a prosecutor. There's also a military person, definitely intellectual. So you're really going to have to bring together all your knowledge, J-Cat lady. Then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. But this is good. This is, I've spoken to you before about wanting to do everything for everyone. So, and make sure everyone has what they need. The Queen of Pentacles is very much about that. But in this case, I think you have to be a bit more discerning. Don't worry about other people in this case. But make sure you have everything you need. Okay? Other people can look after themselves. Then we've got the Knight of Cups again. Here it is. Look at this Knight of Cups. Isn't he so cute? This to me says good things are coming towards you. And of course, it's a giant bunny. So I'd be looking around Easter, which is only about 3 weeks away or so. 3.5 weeks away. And I feel like Easter's going to bring a lot of peace and a lot of calm into your life. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles. Look at this, little puppy dog's been given a bone. You are always such a wonderful, charitable person. But I'm going back to the Queen here. Be charitable to yourself as well. And if that means that you've been feeling a bit bad about something or feeling like, oh, I could do more, no. Be kind to yourself. They often say charity begins at home, and it begins with being kind to yourself and looking after yourself. And I feel like Easter's going to be bringing a lot of peace to you, and it's going to be a great time to be looking after yourself. And I'll draw one more card off the top. The Page of Pentacles. There's going to be some good opportunities coming along for you to do, I don't know, learning opportunities, possibly if you want a part-time job, but I know you've got illness, opportunities to tackle a few things that you've had to put aside. Now, there's going to be some really good opportunities coming along to you, but it seems to be Easter's going to be a good kickoff time for you. Okay, Shelby Lisa has asked for a card for Thing. Now, Thing is her son. Okay. He was named. We nicknamed him Thing because all we could see of him, he kept handing things to his mum and all that, and we'd see his hand. So we nicknamed him Thing. He's starting a new job. Thing often asks for a card. He'll say, "Mum, can you get them to read a card for me?" So he's just started a new job a couple of days ago. Will he be satisfied working there? So
I was going to pull one card, but okay, just because the answer,
yeah.
Because of the question. So
Yeah. So will he be satisfied working there?
there we go. I pulled one card, and this is a positive card, by the way.
Three of Cups. That's
Three
a
of
good
Cups.
card. Yeah.
Celebration.
Yeah. Lots of support too.
It's just gonna be a lot of support, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The answer is yes. So.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I just feel that he will get what he needs.
Right.
Shelby says, my adult kids are still living with us. They can't afford their own to be on their own. Our children have become our roommates. I've got one word for you, Shelby Lisa. Caravans. Get them get in a caravan each and stick one in each one. They'll have their own kitchen and all that, and they'll probably only need to use the bathroom. That way they'll have privacy. You'll have privacy. Even if it's a clapped out old thing.
If you run on electricity, you'll need a portable bathroom.
I'll tell you what, we have people, young mothers in their cars with children and all that, and living out of their cars. But we also have seen over the last 2 years a number of caravans parked in the front yards of the bigger houses, parked in their yards, and we seem to think that family members are living in the caravans and stuff and helping, pay for extras. And I mean, yeah, it can be, yeah, tiny houses. No, don't spend that much on them. Get them a clapped out old caravan. Just make sure it's got a decent bed, and and stove cooking facilities, and they can hook up the water and stuff, and they'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else want a reading? You know what? Nobody else wants a reading, Ron. Well, they're just going to have to go with that. But I'll tell you what. Can I ask you a question for me, darling?
Oh, sure.
April 2nd, something is coming up for my husband and I. Okay. Will it work out for us? Well, for him, my husband.
April 2nd.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm hearing the word yes.
Oh, good. Thank you, Ron.
Okay.
I'm not going to, it's just something that,
Yeah.
I felt we were able to resolve, and she wouldn't play ball. So, yeah. Yeah, you know what? When I was a kid, when we moved from New South Wales to Brisbane when I was a kid, we lived in a caravan in a caravan park.
Mm-hmm.
Because my dad was a tyre fitter and Mum used to do cleaning. And then we moved.
Tyre fisher? What?
A tyre fitter.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
And
Okay, I know what you mean. Like, yeah, okay.
And then we moved.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
changes tyres. And he used to.
Okay.
And then we moved from Brisbane to Cairns. And when we were in Cairns for a while, we lived in a caravan before we moved into a barracks, a cane barracks. And we had a big annex with 4 kids and all that. Us kids slept in the annex and, and stuff. We were safe and everything. And it can be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're going to buy 2 sheds from Home Depot, configure them into tiny homes and put both my kids into them. That's a good idea. Probably cost less than
Well,
yeah, and get them one of those camping toilets,
you guys are better, when you were young. You had all that stuff.
Mm. Yeah, put in a little sink and a little stove, and and a little shower. You can buy little shower outlets and all that. You can hook things up at one end and put the little kitchenette there and the little shower, and then they can have room for a lounge and a queen size bed or whatever. And yeah, I feel like doing that sometimes with Jane.
I had the experience when I was young, traveling across Canada. I slept on park benches, like, because I had no choice,
Mm-hmm.
Money was like tight and everything before.
You didn't have a tent or anything? You
what?
didn't have a tent or anything?
No.
No tent? No.
No, because when I started my life, I ran away from home. So you don't have that, you just got what you got on your back. So I had to survive like that.
Yeah. Okay, Sherry French has asked for a reading on senior citizens housing. I'll do that for you, Sherry. Uh-huh. Senior citizens housing for Sherry French.
Well, that made me wise after that, So
Yeah.
when you go
Three
through
of Wands. Lots of hard work happening, but it will be paid off. What you put into it will come back to you. It's just someone pulled up outside our house. We're very suspicious of that nowadays. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, compassionate, helping people. I feel like there's going to be some changes. Yeah, it is. The Four of Cups. The lack of choices is really, really hard. Even though the people are compassionate and they do want to help, it's like the returns aren't as good as they could be on the money being put into it. There's a lot of work to do. The Page of Cups, this is an emotional issue, but there's lots of people. I think there's going to be a bit of a turn back to, well, like Shelby was going with the senior citizen housing, like people for family members, being able to provide things for family members. You can buy little houses and things like that. That just weren't available. I mean, of course, there's the good old granny flats, but you can buy them now for a lot less. You can get them all. And the Lovers. I feel like this is families. Families are going to start stepping up a bit more. Either some people moving in with the senior citizens so that they can stay in their home to the end. Or, the houses being sold. But I have some friends whose his mother is moving over from the other side of Australia, and she's paying for a portion of their house to be converted into a granny flat. And when, so she'll live there, and when she's no longer, they'll have something that they can rent out. And they're going to build their own little, and it's going to be at the front of the house, but they're going to build a little courtyard. So, yeah. No, that's not going to happen. That Trump wants to do that. No. Yeah. Would not claim it. Yeah, that's just bullshit. That really is bullshit. You have to, sell their home. You're better off doing that. I don't know how it works in Australia, in the US, but here, if you do have the money, like you have a house and you sell it, what you can do is you put in a accommodation deposit with the nursing home, and what they'll do is you can either pay fees every year or they'll take the fees out. It's very, very strictly controlled of the deposit. And once that person passes, they have a certain amount of time, 30 days or something, to return the deposit to that person's estate. There's no keeping it. There's no waiting until they get someone in to fill the room, because there's always someone. You can do that. Or if you don't have a house or anything, what they'll do is they'll take 80% of your pension, leave you 20%, but you get everything. You get cared for everything, and you still get some of your pension to save up and they put all that into a bank account. And if that person's there for quite a while, it can accumulate to quite a bit of money. But they've also started putting caps on that too. If it gets to a certain amount, then the family have to transfer the money out of the trust account, so that way there's less. But it's, but yeah. But I don't know what it's like in the US, whether you'll get that money back. But if you do that to put a deposit in Australia, if you do sell the property and you put a deposit on in Australia, and they can only be up to a certain amount. You know, if you sell your house for $1 million, they can't take the whole million. They can only take up to a certain amount. The family does get it back. The estate gets it back after that person passes. Yeah, but it's just, yeah. But again, there's places, but you know, there are places in Australia, nursing homes in Australia, and I don't know what it's like, where they're only half filled because they cannot get the staff to fill them up properly. So will there be improvement in elderly care? Or not just in the US, 9 of Cups. Oh, look, we're seeing some improvement in nursing care, in elderly care. 6 of Swords, light at the end of the tunnel after a difficult time. What do you get about that, Ron?
Well, I didn't pull any cards on that, so
Yeah.
I thought you were doing.
Oh, yeah. I just went off in a tangent and thought I'd have a look at what
I was listening. Yeah, we have problems here with seniors too. You know, if you have value, got a house, they're going to put their foot right in there, and whatever your pension cannot afford to pay for whatever treatments and all that stuff in those homes, they'll come after and drain everything.
Oh yeah. And if a couple and one member has to go into a nursing home, one half of the couple has to go into a nursing home, and the other half is staying at home. Some nursing homes will put a lien on the house.
Right. So
that,
this year, my house was worth 200. Last year, my house was worth 260,000.
Yeah.
It jumped $354,000. It's $90,000 in one friggin' cling. And I had to pay friggin' taxes, a lot more taxes than before. This is money grabs. That's what they do.
It is money grab. Yeah. I mean, housing prices are ridiculous here. We've had houses sell similar to ours.
Yeah.
Which is just a 3-bedroom cottage.
Yeah.
You know, $900,000, 3 or 4-bedroom cottage. And that's only a small lot. It's not a full-size lot. It's not a quarter acre lot. It's only 360 square meters. Now, what have you got about elderly care? Ron, have you got any cards on that?
No, I didn't pull any cards. So I was
okay, that's okay.
I was letting you go at it, but
yeah.
But I think it's the same problem as we do here. You know, I think it's the same friggin' thing.
Yeah.
Sort of, because we're so close to the United States that, you know, they copy everything nearly. So. Yeah, there's Steve. He's talking about Medicaid. Medicaid is putting a lien on mom's house, I'm told, unless I sell. Just stays there, you know. But
yeah,
because the house is in the person's name. That's in there.
Yeah.
Okay. If it was in another person's name, they couldn't touch it.
Yeah, and that just means once your mum passes, once you sell the house, they will take whatever the lien is on it, and the estate will be left with everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's they control a lot of stuff. I mean, they're linked to the government and things like that. There's nothing you can do. You know?
Gets well taken care of. She's in a nice place.
But still,
yeah, I'm still alive, darling. James has just come home.
Oh, okay. Hi, James.
She was. Hi, Ron says hello.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
What? What do you think is not your fault, darling?
She invited me on, so I didn't want to keep her on. Anyway, yeah, Steve said it
Just
was
never
supposed to be
transferred
my house,
ownership.
just
Yeah,
never transferred ownership. That's
yeah.
the thing.
That's why it's important to do those things. Yeah,
Before, if it would have been
yeah,
doing it before, then they couldn't
yeah,
have done it. You know, like,
yeah.
but because if the will, you have the will.
Just going to leave it with you while I unpack the shopping. Okay?
All right.
Look at this. Ever since the kitten we've been doing this, and look at her. Save money. Okay, sorry to the interruption, but
Yeah, that's okay. He just deposited the
I'll
cat
take
in here.
a steak and pork chops and everything you have.
Yeah, no, if it was his mum's name's still on the deed, even if Steve's name was on it, they'd still be able to put a lien on it. So yeah, yeah,
The laws are this stuff about government. They have their hands into everything.
they do. Yeah,
Even they can go into your bank account, and that's how you don't have any control over that stuff. They want to get in your bank account, they'll go in your bank account.
I just I ended up with the tax bill last year, and they said we can choose the option to pay it off over a couple of years, and that's what I chose. And I make a payment once a month, and and direct debit.
And when everything is going on right now with the this economy stuff is hitting every country. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah, it doesn't. And
yeah.
Do you want to do a reading on how bad things are going to get with this, with the economy, with this
Oh boy.
conflict going on? Do you want to do a reading on that, Steve, before we wrap up?
Yeah.
Ron?
Yeah.
Before we wrap up? Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll do. So Ron and I, before we wrap up today, we're each going to do a reading on how bad things are going to get for the economies. Maybe if you do the US and Canada, I'll do Australia.
Yeah.
How's that sound, Ron? So Ron's going to do US and Canada, and I'm going to look at Australia. So you let me know if you're ready to go. Otherwise, I'll go first if you like. So I'm going to look at Australia. So I might go first while Ron gets his cards out because he's got the bigger one to look at. So.
Oh, there's going to be a fight. There's going to be a big fight.
Yeah, we've got the full card here in Australia.
It's going to be a hell of a fight because and because the card I picked, it's going to be like the Joan of Arc.
Yeah. We've got the full card here in Australia, and we've got Alice following the white rabbit down the hole. Interesting. Very interesting. So it's like, well, not sure what to expect.
There's something coming up.
The challenges are going to be 8 of Cups challenges.
Okay.
The challenge is going to keep markets open and not have markets abandoned because of various factors. Abandonment. And I feel that that's like some markets. Maybe our exports are going to be affected in some way. But the vital exports also. But then the challenge could also be finding new markets as well. The advice for Australia is to keep positive support each other. Keeping positive is important. At the base of this, the Nine of Cups, everything will be okay here in Australia. And the outcome is Five of Wands. So there's going to be some conflict, some debate about things within the economy, and everyone trying to hit that pinata to get what they can out of it. A couple more cards. The Four of Pentacles. Don't go to extremes. It might seem like it goes from one extreme to another. So just don't go spending frivolously or going to keep money close to your chest. Just be sensible about your money. Page of Wands. Speak up about your concerns if you have any. Somebody created a marker. And the last one here is the Queen of Pentacles. Just, make sure you and yourself have enough, but don't go to the extremes of buying every piece of toilet paper on the planet.
That's what happened in COVID. You had COVID. Everybody went to Costco and drained the shelves.
People going to extremes and emptying the shelves of a lot of stuff that they didn't really need to do. Yeah. So, okay. What do you got for the US and Canada?
Okay, first of all, there's going to be a hell of a fight. That's what I can.
Fun fight, hey?
Yeah, a really, really large. I'm actually seeing a lot of people in the streets, like in the streets fighting, because they're not only fighting for the financial economy or everything, they're fighting for their values and everything. And it's woman's power, feminine power. Because I got the Joan of Arc coming right out. That's
okay. 6 of Wands, hey? Yeah.
Yeah. That looks like a victory card, but at the same time, they're pushing. That's why I'm getting a lot of people will be on the streets. That will create a lot of, and create a lot of stuff. But the second card, I got the High Priestess. So that's all the friggin' secrets. The truth is going to come out. What they have done and how much they have scammed everybody, everything. And that's not only the US. I'm talking about Canada too.
Yeah.
Government crap and all this thing, So yeah. But with all that, it will bring a new change because I got the Ace of Swords coming out. Divine intervention, new starts. That will create something new. Then I got the Star card that comes out. So the Star card, okay, will give hope to people when they see all this thing turning around. Okay. It's like, then look, that's the positive card that came out, the last one. The Nine of Pentacles, harvesting. So it's like they're going to fight. There'll be a fight, like a fight of the lives, their lives, and everything. Because people will be struggling, And when you struggle, there you go. You have to fight for what you need, People need to pay their bills. People need to, for their families, get a job and things like that. This is all coming together like this. It's going to be one massive fight in the streets.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing anyway. So, and I'm talking about Canada too, by the way. So because
because you're so closely,
we're affected by what 45 is done.
Absolutely. Yeah, James just came in to tell me that the neighbour across the road on the corner, he just recently sold his house and he must have spoken to him or something, and he said he got 990,000 for his house.
That's what you got?
Yeah, just under $1 million.
Right. Well, it must be,
It's a full-size lot. It's a quarter-acre lot.
well, it depends where you are, right? I'm in the country and I got 3.5 acres. So,
Yeah.
and it's worth $354,000. But if it,
No,
this,
we're in a metropolitan area, and
if that was near a city, it'd be like jumping up to, well, you know.
oh yeah. There's a couple of properties over here in Perth that have topped the $1 million. Yeah, and I think one in Butler, which is where we live, sold for over $1 million a week or so ago, which is ridiculous. I mean, it's a great place to live and all that, but honestly, it's just, yeah.
Well, here we have a problem that they have a system where the young people can't even get near buying a house.
Yeah.
It's like, geez, you need so much money and you need down payment, all this before, and you need a really high paying job to get there.
Yeah.
And if you got kids and with the prices going on, you can't afford it's just to put a down house or even borrow for one.
We could sell the house, but we'd have to buy somewhere else, and that's just like, no. We could even build, which would cost us less, true, but you know, that would put us in a certain.
Well, you know, like jumping from 260,000 to 354,000 in 1 year.
Yeah,
it's a big jump.
The bubble will burst. The bubble will burst, and
eventually.
I mean,
yeah, the wood costs more. This costs more. This costs more. Yeah, you could use that excuse, but like they're over.
We look at it this way: even if the bubble bursts and the housing prices cost 1/4 of what they are now, say for us it drops 200,000. We're still going to be really, really in the pink when we sell, even if it goes down to like 700,000 or something, or even 600,000, we'd still make more, over 100%. So we're not worrying too much about it, because why? We're very fortunate, and we don't want to sell.
No, I don't want to sell either.
No.
Where I am, there's a lot of people, immigrants, like Chinese, who like a place like this, like crazy. Yeah. Especially with 3.5 acres in the country.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to hang on to it as long as we can, as long as we stay healthy.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. Is might end up going into some little nursing home and paying for them to look after us. But
I don't want to go there. I don't want to.
I always joke that I want to move over east and hold all my nieces and nephews for ransom. You look after us, and we'll look after you. But you've got to be good.
Yeah.
You're like James's grandmother. A bottle of gin in one hand and a pack of Triple X mint in the other, and terrorise them.
Hey,
Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai. Hey, Dubai. He looked like me. He's looking at me.
Like, what do you want? Can't you hear I'm napping? Can't you see I'm napping?
Don't drop the ball in the back. My Murphy bed. He took over my Murphy bed like crazy. So.
Thank you very much, Ron, for joining me for the last hour or so. And I did a bit of a longer one today and stuff, but my members, keep an eye out for the news story on Monday. I've got a few posted so you can go and see them. And I'm still trying to figure out what to do for a video. The last one I started the slides disappeared. So I thought, okay, it doesn't want to be read on. So I've got to think of another one to do. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. And please take care of yourself. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay loving. And above all, my darling, stay laughing. Laugh every day. And if you can, laugh with a stranger. Love you all. Ron, stay on for a quick chat. I'll get James in to say hello.
Okay.